All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite the unique episode of the Josh Lee Vent Station. As honestly, this one's just going to be about the week or the upcoming week and what's going to be happening. So I'm going to explain the Chrome Pro Series for a minute. I know you've, I mean, not many people saw LA Coliseum race yet. I don't think I haven't checked. But anyways, it's a 10 race season. I've only shown you the first 5 races. The thing is, as of recording, the season's done. Season's already done. It's just a matter of editing and commentating. And I started lagging behind when it came to doing an editing bit because I started working on other stuff. Yeah, my autism kicked in again. Or OCD, ADHD, one or the other. I forgot which is what, but I tend to get obsessed over certain things, and it distracts me to doing other stuff, which is how I wind up doing 50 things at once, pretty much all the time, and that's why my content is very inconsistent. I'm trying to get back on track. I mean, it hasn't been working. I said this like a month ago. I was trying to get back on track. Clearly, it hasn't been working. But I'll tell you this: Sarka, for anyone who likes the Sarka series and wondering why there's only been 3 races, honestly, really complicated. It kind of has to do with what I just said. But yeah, okay, I'll tell you for sure. Now that things have somewhat sorted out a bit more than they usually do, I guarantee you next week, like August, what are we, the 6th, no, 15th right now? I lost track. 16, 17. August 18, between 18 and 21, 22, whatever is on a Friday. Between, like, that week of August, 18, 21, I'm probably getting it wrong. There's going to be Sarka, for sure. Bristol, as I had to redo it at some point because some of it's just, I don't know. The perfectionist within me just had to redo it because it just seemed rushed and really awful. I know some of my stop motion recently is a bit rushed, but the the Bristol Sarka Bristol one was really, it just seemed really bad. I had to redo a lot of it. I wasn't really satisfied with what I did with it anyway, so that's why it took so long, pretty much. Like I said, Chrome Pro Series is coming out. More of it's coming out. I don't know when. I'm not sure when. It's been really complicated with certain things. And what else? What else? I'm not even sure what else. Yeah, NASCAR Canada Series stop motion, which it tends to be. It shouldn't take this long for me to do it because that series is very simplistic, like in terms of stop motion, and that was on purpose because I knew I wouldn't be able. I knew I wouldn't have it in me to put a whole bunch of editing effort, if that makes sense. Like in terms of like having graphics on screen or like driver PNGs, whatever. I knew I wasn't. It's something I wanted to do, like do a stop motion with NASCAR Canada Series drivers, but I knew I wouldn't be that committed. That's why I kept the very first race simplistic, and that's pretty much how the series is going to be as a whole. I hope you guys enjoy that series. So, yeah, not much else to say, though. Actually, might as well switch over to another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to cover. Basically, what's going on in NASCAR. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm gonna cover Richmond anyway, unless Austin Dillon just does stupid stuff again. So I might as well stay here. So yeah, ARCA being at, what's it called, DuQuoin? Yeah, DuQuoin. I think it's DuQuoin. Either DuQuoin or Illinois. No, it's DuQuoin. So DuQuoin should be interesting. Should be an interesting race to check out. I'm never able to check out ARCA races live. I don't have sports channels, but it should be interesting to look at highlights and everything. See who wins this. Truck Series. I think it just happened. I didn't see it though. I was busy finishing out the Chrome Pro Series Season 2. Won't spoil who won that. Like I said, I got to catch up on the recordings of that. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, just life stuff going on. And the more I think about it, let me think about this. So okay, so trucks, ARCA, Cups in Richmond. I don't think there's Xfinity. I don't think. I don't know. I have to look at that. I haven't heard anything on that. I only been hearing is like there was like a news. And it was like a YouTube thumbnail. I don't know what kind of news channel it was, but like some news channel just talking to Austin Dillon about what happened last year, because we really got to talk about last year. So that's something. It's I don't know. It's just so it's like I don't know what to say. Like you know what? I might as well talk about this. I might as well get this off my chest. I've been seeing a lot of videos, or certain. Actually, I've been seeing what they've. I don't know. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. I probably did during the indie thing. I don't remember. Might as well say it now before I forget. But it ticks me off that Gen 7 car, man. It starts to infuriate me more and more and more, and it really sucks because it's a cool car. I started to finally, it started to finally warm up to the number placement and everything, how the car is, and whatnot. I had mixed feelings. Because for me and my autism, I tend to struggle a lot with change. I mean, I know a lot of people struggle to change up a Gen 7. It was such a major shift compared to other cars. So it shocked everyone. But for me in particular, it was very wonky. And yeah, now, and the thing is, I swear, I could be wrong about this, but I swear this car was the answer to all our intermediate problems. The problems that the Gen 6 cars at intermediate tracks. And it kind of was for a short while. I mean, Texas broke that streak, but of course it did. It's Texas. And well, with the playoffs coming up, Ashley, you know what? No. I'm saving that for another video. I'll save the playoff bit for another video. Let's just talk about the car. The Gen 7 car, man, I don't understand why I don't really. I can't speak. What I really don't understand is why some of these guys. I know some of these guys work for NASCAR and all that, but my goodness, like, just say something. Like, is it that hard to just say whatever issue? I don't know. Unless Kyle Petty. Let's talk about this. Kyle Petty, I don't know who he responded to, but he was basically saying something about how we should enjoy it or whatever, or something about, I don't know. I'll keep it simple. I think the gist of it was that, I could be wrong, but I think the gist of it was that, like, we're just not used to the car. And it's like, are you sure about that? We're on the 4th year of this car. I know for sure people felt a whole lot better. Like, and I'm talking, like, let's talk about the COT for a minute, because I know from my understanding, I wasn't one of these guys because I grew up on the COT, so I wouldn't know. But according to this few YouTubers I watch, people really didn't like the COT and how it looked, especially compared to the Gen 4 car. And well, especially the biggest offenders was the splitter and the wing. Well, by 2010, which was the 3rd full-time year of the COT, they ditched it, like, what? By race 10 of the season? By the time they got to the Spring Talladega race, they ditched the wing. Which, thank goodness. Not only just from a look standpoint, but also safety. Because if you watch, like, COT flips, a lot of it has to do with that wing. Especially at plate tracks. The most bizarre was Atlanta, but anyway. So, yeah, that's the thing. Like, for Kyle Petty to say we gotta get used to it, it's like, no. Especially when, like, I mean, drivers are not getting. Okay, I'll give them this. Drivers aren't getting injured as much as they were. I mean, yeah, they weren't getting injured as they were back in, like, 2022 and 2023. I'll give them that. But at the same time, the car, when it comes to, like, I don't know, just wait. It's still very tough of a car, and it's just weird. Blocky, there's a weird blocky toughness, like it's something out of Roblox almost. It's like a weird middle ground. So, and like, it's still kind of horrifying to see them crash hard into something, just knowing that the car is just that stiff. Like, the car is just weird. Which I thought, and bear in mind, I was one of these guys who thought, oh, these cars are more durable. Okay, that they'll take more punishment. These guys, like, they'll probably be able to have a better chance of being back in a race. Well, oh boy, what do I know? But yeah, it is what it is. You know, I don't know what to say about it anymore. The cut, like, for Kyle Petty to say that about the car, it's like, what is he thinking? Like, what is he thinking? It's like, and the way I see it, I just thought of this. How about, like, maybe, I think it was a thought in my head as I'm in the metro or whatever, metro station. Like, oh, what, like, you know, Kyle, what if you drove in a car just for a few laps? see how it felt. I don't know if he has, but I now I want to see it. Say to like get used to whatever. Like the racing, I don't know. Like it's weird how much. I don't like. It seemed like even the YouTubers who are fine with like a strategy race, they're getting sick and tired of it being like how basically the racing just seems very flawed. Very flawed. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to gauge because halftime I'm not really fully paying attention to a race halftime anyway. Because these modern races, they feel odd. They feel odd. There's some fun moments. Like Indy, I thought Indy was great. That might be some Bubba Wallace bias on my end. I'll admit that might be some Bubba Wallace bias on my end. But it's like, yeah, like I don't know. Like again, I'll probably save more of my rant for that, the for the playoff thing, because I just said like a few minutes ago how I'm gonna save that for another time. I might as well save for whenever the regular season finale is, and just break down the playoff grid right after the regular season finale. I'll just break it down immediately, do my predictions, and I'll do my predictions, and all that, because it's just a lot on my mind. But that's what the event station does for me. Helps me like just get all this off my chest, get what I feel like I have to say, get my opinions out there. Heck, it takes more out my mind, and it helps me focus on more content for the channel. So if anything, the event station episodes actually help me mentally. So there you go. Yeah, not much else to say. Gen 7 cards, like Kyle Petty, man, I don't know what you or you other guys are saying. I don't know why you defend this so much. Actually, I know why. I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, so that'll wrap up this one. This one felt odd, random, and sporadic. I am sorry, but like I said, these are kind of just a thing. The event station stuff's kind of just a thing for me to get stuff off of my chest. Though I usually tend to have a specific, usually I tend to have a particular topic. This one was kind of all over the place, which I kind of apologize for. So, yeah, not much else to say. That is about it for this one.